welcome back everybody to another episode of some Building Big with Jerm. How's everybody doing today? In the last episode, we worked on finishing up this Nordic village by building up that giant dragon up there and just filling out the area throughout the rest of the village. But I think in today's episode, it is time to leave this area behind and go off and start a brand new area somewhere else. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and head up out of the valley now. I'll have to come back a little bit later, gather some materials, I'm sure. But we're going to leave this area behind for now. And we are going to head off, following this little valley here, we're going to head off into the forest over that way. And this is the area that we are going to be building in. So we are going to be doing a little bit of just like a standard medieval area along with some hobbit stuff. So I think right here in this hill here, we're going to do a bit of a hobbit house. Probably not in today's episode, but a little bit down the road for sure. And we'll do some more various hobbit houses throughout this hill, throughout that hill over there probably. And maybe even build up some little lumps of grass and dirt and put some hobbit houses in there throughout this little valley here. And then I would like to come over here and kind of make some more farmland, some bigger fields. Just fill up this entire plains area with fields, maybe a few houses here and there. And we'll do some more standard medieval stuff with that. Now, I think over here, we're actually going to cover this lake up. I don't think I like this. That may change maybe as time goes on, but I don't think I like this so much right now. I was thinking it could be cool to just have a smooth transition into the plains up to that plateau up there. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea just to smooth this place out. But like I said, maybe that'll change in the future. But if I do smooth it all out and lower it down a little bit here, we could just have the fields just transition right up into here and then possibly do a bit of a village overhaul up here at some point. Because we have this little village here, and this is a pretty cool village because it's right on the ocean. And I really, really like that about this place. Anything? Ooh, we got a saddle here. Okay, we got an emerald, some bread. I'll take that. Nice. Okay. We have a Pillager Outpost over there, which is not so great. I really don't like those. I would rather it not be there, and I don't think there's any way to stop the villagers or pillagers from spawning. So if you guys know of any way to stop the pillagers from spawning here, let me know, because if I could just tear this down and be done with it, that would be great. But I don't think there is a way to keep them from spawning, unless I just like slab over everything, which obviously I have no interest in doing. But another thing I plan on doing is I want to do you look weird. I want to do a custom river. I would really like to have a custom river coming from that valley over there. We have a really nice big mountain over here that I think we could do some cool waterfall stuff with eventually. But have a river kind of winding through the plains here. And then cutting through the mountain here, we'll have a big like valley going through over here. I think that could be really, really cool. And we'll probably end up having a waterfall on the other side over there as well. But what I need to do now, I think what I want to start on today for today's episode actually is, I think what I actually want to start on for today's episode is the river. We'll do a little bit of a section of it, I think, today. We probably won't do all of it, of course. But I think we get a little section of it started, and I did bring the beacon just for that. So yeah, that'll definitely come in handy. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on cutting out a bit of this river here. And I have a pretty cool build idea in mind that we can do for the start of this episode. Alright, got a good section of the river dug out now, as you can see, and now we just got to start filling it up with water, I think. I don't think I'm going to really be doing any texturing down here. Maybe I'll come back in with mud once we get that and put it along the sides of the river here, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't think, I don't think it's necessary to decorate the whole bottom of this river here, so we're just going to go ahead in with the water now. Alright, so here is the layout. I filled up the river, by the way, with all the water. We're going to have to obviously dig it out more that way, dig it out more that way. We're going through the mountain, so we got a lot of digging to do over there, but got this little section done so we can put this build in today. And here is kind of the layout. It's a little bit all over the place and a little weird looking, but it will make sense once it's all done. So we're gonna have like the house part here and a little small section coming out here. I mean, it looks pretty big right now, but this is gonna be fairly small, this section over here. Then we're gonna have, I think this is gonna be like a porch kind of that's going up to like 5 blocks higher than that. And then the water wheel is gonna be right about here. Did I mention we're making a watermill? We're making a watermill. So we're having the water wheel or watermill is gonna be right there. And it's going to be pretty cool, I think. And it's really going to add a lot to this area. Having this river come through here and then this house here, I think it's going to be a really nice addition. I mean, I guess like a really good starting point, actually. Not really an addition because it's the first thing here. But now what I need to do, I think I'm just going to go ahead and build up the house, the entire house. And then we'll come back and talk about some of the build ideas and concepts in this build because I'm doing a lot of different stuff in this one than I normally do. So let me go ahead and get into that and we'll be back once the majority of the thing is done. All right, so I've been doing some work and I got some visitors over here. Hang on, let me just take care of these guys really quick. But here is the foundation. I wanted to show this because I thought it looked pretty interesting right now and maybe helps a little bit with the look of things or the idea. And just kind of wanted to show a little bit of the process. So obviously I planned this all ahead of time in a test world, but so here's what I was talking about. We got the little jut out on the side here. This is where the wheel is gonna be. We're gonna have a log coming through here and then the wheel on that, obviously. Right here's that little porch area I was talking about. We'll have a door here, window here, and then the rest of the house will be over on this side here. And yeah, I don't know why, but I just wanted to show that really quick. But let me go ahead and get back to building the rest of the house now. And there we go, it is done. I accidentally kind of went ahead and finished the entire build here, besides a couple little details, but I think it looks so good. I wanted to actually take it step by step. You know what, hang on a second. I kind of wanted to take it step by step and build up the foundation, which I showed, then the walls, and then the roof. But I accidentally jumped ahead of myself a little bit and just went ahead and did the entire roof. But we could talk about it a little bit here. So obviously the walls, they're fairly simple. We got a few unique details in here, I think, using the scaffolding for like window framing. And then we got trapdoors behind them. I think that actually ended up turning out really cool. Without an interior right now, it looks a little bit dark, but once we get an interior in there, I think it'll look even better. And then the roof, instead of just doing like a typical just gradient, going straight up, I actually thought about where there would be water coming down when it rains and whatnot. And I think this actually turned out really cool. So we got the jungle planks or jungle log coming down in the corner here, coming down here at the corner of this roof here. And then from there we go into oak wood, and then spruce planks after that, and then strip spruce wood after that. And I think it looks really cool. You know, from a distance, you can't really see many of these blocks. They all kind of blend together, but you can still see the dark spot in the middle here. And I like it. I think it looks really nice. Here's what the other side here looks like. And I don't have the chimney in yet because, honestly, I just forgot to do that. So let me go ahead, grab the bricks really quick, grab the stone cutter. We need some campfires, signs. I think we need jungle signs. And there we go. There is the chimney. And I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty simple. We could come in with some like granite or terracotta and texture it up a little bit. But you know what? I think that is good enough for now. But here's what the inside looks like. And I mean, right now there's not really much going on. But what I'm thinking is we have a floor up here taking up this entire space here. And then we'll have a little hallway leading over to this door here. And then over here somewhere we'll have some stairs going down leading into this room here. And then right here is where the watermill is going to come through, or the actual like gears for it are going to be. And I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that yet. I haven't done like an interior for a watermill maybe ever. So that's going to be a little bit difficult to do, I think, but I think we can pull it off. All right, one last thing I want to add here on the house is the actual watermill, obviously. Kind of missing that right now, and that's kind of an important detail for this build. So let's go ahead and let's put some fences around this log. And this design was actually made by my friend Mo, or Rhino, I think is what he goes as on most platforms. Yeah, thank you, Mo, for that. Now let's do some planks like that. We're actually going to need some stairs as well. And this might be a little bit complicated to figure out. I got to do, I think, it's a little bit confusing. Let's do some, you know what, let's just do this on the outside and then I'll finish it on the inside on my own. So let's do some cobblestone blocks like this, and then trapdoor like that and that. And then while we have that there, we'll do upside down stair there, and then right side up stair there. I think. Yeah, I think that's right. And then we'll do that here, and then here. Yeah, okay, there you go. So there is that. Then we're going to do a full block there, and let's see if we can get up top, and a full block here. And then now all we have to do is repeat that process all the way around. Let me go ahead and do this one, so you can see what it's going to look like. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it all figured out. It is very complicated to build in that small space. I should have built it before I built anything else. But yeah, I think that's it. That looks nice. So, I mean, it's very complicated to explain, but if you want to look at it and try to figure it out, there it is. I think you can figure it out from this angle. You would just have to take pretty much this top side and then duplicate it around. Yeah, I really like this design. Thank you so much, Mo, for this. But I think now what I want to do is I want to try to do some planning for this area. Oh, right. I want to do a path in this episode as well. I would like to do, what is this? Okay, I would like to do a little path that kind of like curves around and around, going down this hill here. And I would also like to just have like gardens filling up in between each section of it. So let's see if I can kind of figure this out a little bit. We're going to have the path coming down here. And then we'll have it loop and turn this way, kind of like this, and then we'll have it loop back around this way. Now, it may not be steep enough to get the effect that I want, but we're still going to try it. We'll try it and see if we can pull it off. Maybe we only have it loop once, actually, because we are already at the section where I want the road to be. Unless, you know what, maybe we do turn it. We'll keep going this way. Now give me that back, please. And then it'll connect to the road over here because, oh my gosh, I keep dropping all my blocks. But it'll connect up to the road going this way because I want it to kind of come here and then have a bridge going across the river here. So let me actually, before we jump into building here, let me explain a little bit of my plans for this area. So I would like to come over here eventually and build up a hobbit house and a little hobbit hole area over in this area. So we'll cut down a bunch of these trees. And then kind of go into the hillside of this hill and I think this hill over here and just build a ton of hobbit holes. And then that'll kind of slowly transition from hobbit holes into just more houses that look like what we've been building over there. And that'll kind of go out this way and then it'll ease into some farmland area in this plains. We'll have a couple of houses throughout here, probably little farmhouses or whatnot. And then I would like to have a road wrapping up to the top of this little hill here. And we can transform this village eventually. Probably a ways down the road, but we can eventually get into that. And then over here, I would like to do a little bit of like a fort. I think it could be pretty cool to have a little fort or a keep. I'm not exactly sure the term that would be used for this type of build that I'm thinking. But it would be just a fairly simple build, just sitting up here. Kind of a tower in a way. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what I want to call it. But it definitely won't be like a full castle. And that'll be a little ways down the road. We'll have some stuff to do before then. But I think it could be cool to get that in there eventually. But okay, I think what I want to do now is start working on this path a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on this. Start laying out some walls and stuff. And then we'll come back and do maybe a little bit of detailing together. Alright, I've done a little bit of planning here. It looks a little bit janky right now, but I want to take a flight over to our Nordic area just so you guys can see how far this actually is. This is about 1,000 blocks, maybe a little bit more, from the village here to the Nordic village. We're just going to take this flight and fly all the way over. You can kind of see the cobblestone laid out for where the road's going to be in the future. Which I think I have a really cool design plan for the road using some of the new mud blocks in 119. But here we go. Here we are in the village. And wow, look at that dragon up close with the LODs loaded. That looks a little strange. There we go. but I need to go ahead and head into the end. So I'm going to go ahead and jump through this portal here, and then we'll be back in a little bit and start working on the detailing. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow, look at this. This is, wow. This is the LOD mod that I was talking about. I can see all the way out to the outer end islands. That's crazy. Wow, that's really cool. I like that. Wonder if we could see any end cities. Is that one there? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Wow, that's crazy though. All right, so I've done a little bit of work here, just messing up this little wall that I laid out here. You know what? Let's actually mess with this spot a little bit. Let's bring this. Maybe we just put. Oh, well, I don't have anything. Oh, okay. We could use cobblestone or mossy cobblestone. Yeah, we'll just bring that down to a slab maybe and knock out this one maybe. Yeah, I think that's okay. But as I was saying, I got it all messed up. I didn't texture it at all yet. But I got the basic shape in here, and I think it looks okay. It's a little bit messy looking, just like from here. But you know what? It's not too bad. So obviously the path is going to be coming through this way, and then I'm thinking we could add in like some flower beds in these sections here, this one here, and this one here. I think that could be pretty cool. And then maybe even one up the top here. But I kind of want the path here to be gravel. So I'm gonna have to, I have 5 gravel, literally just 5 gravel. So I'm gonna have to go caving a little bit and get some gravel. But, oh man, this entire thing is gonna be floating. We're gonna have to do a lot of work to fix this up. I guess I'll just grab the cobblestone since I got a lot of that right now. And there we go, that's as far as the gravel got us. But I think that texture is gonna be good for this. So let me go ahead and grab some of that. And then we'll swap this out, and then we'll come back and do some little bit of maybe some flower bed stuff. All right, there we go. This is looking nice. So like I mentioned earlier, now what I would like to do is add in some flower beds along here, and maybe we actually want to do some podzol. We have a spruce tree growing over there, and I could just grow one over. All right, let's try something here. Let's see if this will make this a little bit easier. Let's try to grow a spruce tree here and see if we can get the podzol growing. Okay, yeah. Actually, that worked out pretty much perfectly. Now I gotta chop this giant spruce tree down. Okay, so I've gathered up some flowers, and let's go ahead and just start filling this up. I was kind of thinking, I want to try to see how the cornflowers go with the dandelions. I feel like the blue and yellow could be a good combo. And yeah, you know what? I don't hate that. Maybe we knock out this one back here and put that there. Just kind of blend it a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. And maybe with this one, we could do white and yellow. Maybe we throw a grass block in there. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I do want to throw in some leaves here and there as well. I don't really think I want to do a whole lot of them, but I think a few could be nice. And this is feeling good. I'm liking this. I still need to figure out some stairs and slabs to put here. I'm thinking maybe deep slate, because it's kind of a darker block like the gravel, so that may be a good block to go with for that. But let's go ahead and throw in one more flower bed up here, and I think this should be good. Yeah, I'm liking this. I think this turned out pretty cool. But you know what? I think that is actually going to do it for this episode for us. You know, I didn't get stuff as completed as I hoped, but I have been working on this episode for way too long. It's been over 2 weeks now since the last episode, so I got to get this out. But I think we made some decent progress. We got a new area started. We got some plans ready for expanding the rest of this area here. We got a river starting. You know what? We did do quite a bit, actually. So I think that is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you think of the house here. I think it turned out really, really cool. Still going to add a few more details here and there, I think. Like, I want to add some foliage growing all over this side. Some leaves and vines. I think that could look pretty cool. But if you have any more ideas for that, and if you have any more ideas for the rest of this area, let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.